I am Cristal, and I am the lead singer of the Aces.
I'm McKenna Petty, and I play the bass guitar.
I'm Alisa, I play the drums.
I'm Katie, and I play guitar.
Detroit is very different from Utah in almost every way, but we love it. It's Utah is not nearly as much of a city, and it definitely doesn't have these really cool like manholes with steam coming out of it. But the energy here is totally amazing, and the fans are super fun.
I mean, it's been super fun. They're really, really sweet guys, and they're really funny and have like a very funny sense of humor. So they like play these horrendous like a cappella vocals of like classic pop songs, and they like distort them down to like sound really insane. So they just play that for everybody to hear in between bands, which is like really hilarious. But they're super, super sweet and have been nothing but like very gracious to us and trying to make our first tour and in this experience nothing but great. So they've been awesome and only have great things to say about them. These songs on the EP, it's such a tough coming of age time for us, like we're in our early 20s and we're starting to experience like our first real relationships, and being in a band together. We've been in a band for almost 11 years now, and so there's such a sisterhood and a bond and like a way of movement between all of us, and so that can be challenging sometimes, being on the road and emotions are high, but I think we just, at the end of the day, it all, you know what I mean, like it is the most important thing to all of us, and we really love each other, so it works. And all the songs are these moments of like adolescence, and having these like moments of clarity and realizing like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be in this relationship, or maybe like it's okay that, whatever, that didn't work out or whatever,
I'd say sometimes. Yeah, a lot of people think that we were put together because we're four girls. So a lot of people are like, oh, who put you together? What label formed you? And we've been together for over 10 years. And it's just funny. It's funny that people think that just because we're girls. And it wasn't like a planned thing to make this an all-girls band. It just happened naturally that way, and we are all best friends. These two are sisters. Cristal and Alisa are sisters. And Kenna has known them for forever. I met Kenna when we were like 13, and since then we've just been together, and we were just best friends first before we even started the band. So that's a big misconception, that people think that we were like put together.
There's also like a massive misconception that like, I think a lot of like, I don't know who these people are, but a lot of people have like just assumed that we're not going to be good. Like we've gotten on stage and there's just automatically been in certain states like crowds that just already disprove, and they're just like, they just are already assuming that you're gonna suck just because we're girls. Like we've experienced that a couple times, but it's always fun to prove those people wrong, of course.
I think I'll say one, I guess, for the whole band as well, though, which is one as well for myself, which I think is Misery Business by Paramore. Was a huge one for us because I think that really like pushed us and gave us kind of this drive and this desire to be in a band, like more than we had ever felt before, I think. And hearing those songs like Misery, did I say Misery Business? Sorry, it's called Riot by Paramore. But the songs like Misery Business and Crush, Crush, Crush and all those like classics, I think just were like, put this hunger in us, like, oh, we want to do it too.
Like I was like 11 when that came out, and so that was like prime age to like make me want to
So that's a good one.
An album for me or artist that has gotten me through like really hard times is Bon Iver. Like I always listen to him and I'm really sad. So I just love like his new record, and For Emma is a really good record too.
An album that I would happily credit is very responsible for how the Aces actually sound is the 1975 by the 1975. That is an album that's probably one of my all-time favorite albums, and it was an album that was heavily referenced in the creation of our sound and like of our music and stuff, and just the guitar, the tones, the drums, everything. Like I was so inspired by 1975 as like a 15-year-old, and that's when me and Cristal started writing songs together, especially for this upcoming album. And so 1975, and then of course like a lot of people like Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson melody-wise have just always been so inspiring to me.
I'd say an album that inspires me every single time I listen to it is Currents by Tame Impala. Just the production in that album is so inspiring to me and so motivational to be so experimental and still make these massive sounds that sound organic but also create this electric pop feel, and it's so inspiring to me, and lyrically too I think he's amazing. But yeah, that Currents by Tame Impala is a huge album for me.
I mean, it was just so long ago. You know, it was like 11 years ago when we were little kids, because we always, from the time we were, you know, little kids, even though we had our times where we sometimes got distracted by school or whatever, I mean, we always knew that we wanted to really work hard and do it. And we like, our parents helped us, like, and Kenna's dad's even like here on the tour right now helping us like load equipment, and like it was almost not even really a conversation. It was just like, I love this, and our parents being like, awesome, how can we help you, you know? And
I think it was really expected too, just because we've been a band for like 12 years now, so that, and like we waited to tour because we wanted to wait until, you know, there was demand. We had fans like all over the country and world, and so it just became the perfect time, you know, now that we have a label and label support. It was just like, it was kind of like getting to the point where it's like, so like, when are you guys gonna tour though? And now we're doing it, and it's so fun.
Yeah, it was no surprise.
Well, I actually credit to like my parents for actually pushing me to do this in the first place. I mean, I always like loved music, and I always knew I wanted to do it in some way, but my dad really like inspired me to really go for my dreams and not be afraid of anything. And I think he really pushed me to like want to be a part of the band and really want to like do this as a career. And all of our parents have been so incredibly supportive. Yeah, it wasn't even really like a conversation we had to have to break it to them. It was more like they were like, so when's this happening? More so.
I think we all feel really strongly about how important it is to take care of yourself, and I think especially on the road, we all really watch out for each other and really make it a point to exercise and eat clean and sleep and take care of yourself emotionally. Like, it really is hard to be away from home sometimes, and you know, with relationships and family, like it gets hard and it can get lonely sometimes, but it's just thinking like you just have to really help each other and look for outlets that can help you get through that. Like, we all love yoga and meditation, and yeah, just finding the thing that like really helps you. It can be like really hard though, and it's for sure a huge problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all, obviously, I think everybody knows someone who struggles with mental health and who like themselves probably struggle with it as well. And I think, like Kenna said, we like literally have like emotional check-ins together and stuff, and talk through stuff, and like, how are you feeling? And it's really, really important to talk about stuff, because I think if you isolate yourself and you don't talk about things, and it just starts growing deeper and deeper, and then you just get to a point where, like, exactly like Chester, I'm sure he probably felt extremely alone. I don't want to assume, because I don't know him, of course, but I'm sure you just get to this point where you just feel extremely alone, and you can't get to that point, you know? And so that's why I think all of us just try super, super hard to be there for each other, to be that shoulder, to celebrate in the happy times, and to just not take life like too seriously, you know, and just like enjoy it.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Me and Alisa have been watching Riverdale.
Oh yeah.
Crystal watched Stranger Things. We watched 8 episodes last night.
You guys, oh my god,
We didn't finish it, no, but we watched 8 episodes.
Wait, so you only have one episode left? I love Stranger Things. How late did you guys stay up?
Hey, we're the Aces, and you're watching flowershop.fm.